Hello, welcome to ETN'S Classical Academy. So we're going to look at Biology 2025 GCE. But before we proceed, just do me one favor, as I'll be uploading different videos on different topics. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because you'll be missing out. If we drop new videos, you won't be able to see them. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can stay alert of our new videos which are coming. So there will be more content on this YouTube channel. That is why I advise you, before you watch this video, subscribe. Thank you. Let's get started. So this is Biology 2025 July, all right, for the GCE. So let's answer it together. So as you can see there, so this diagram is showing you the palisade cell. Okay, so you have got the palisade cell, of which this diagram is trying to show you. Now they are asking in this question, so the question is just asking to say identify the parts labeled A, B, and C. So A is just the cell wall. So A is the cell wall. That is A, right? So A is just a cell wall. Okay, that is A. Then how about B? So B is what we call the cell vacuole. Okay, or you can just write vacuole. Okay, so it's called cell vacuole or just vacuole like that. Okay, so it is what you call that part. All right, so then C is just a chloroplast. So C is chloroplast. Okay, these are the parts there. So C is just a chloroplast. All right, so then now explain the functions of the part labeled A. So A is a cell wall. So the cell wall just protects the cell from mechanical damage, or you can say it gives the cell a shape. Okay, so gives shape. Okay, so in short, for this cell to have shape, it requires the cell wall to be there. All right, then give two differences between the cell in figure 1 and the one found in the human trachea. So the human trachea has got what we call an animal cell, and we've got a plant cell here. So they're just trying to ask you indirectly to say, how is an animal cell different from a plant cell? Okay, so of course we can see that in the human trachea you can't find chloroplast. Okay, the first difference is chloroplast. You can't find chloroplast. And the second difference is that the human trachea has got no cell wall. So no cell wall. These are the differences, but there are more. If you have got more differences, drop them in the comment section below. Thank you, and make sure you like this video for us to have a very good algorithm. Okay, as we'll be releasing very content and quality videos, help us also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you. Then state the names of any other two organelles that would be seen if the cell in figure 1 was observed under an electron microscope. So what can you see also? So you can see the mitochondria. So there's mitochondria, okay, but they haven't just shown it here, but in a microscope you can be able to see the mitochondria. Okay, you can see the mitochondria. Then apart from mitochondria, you can also see what we call the ribosomes. Okay, so these were the solution for the first part. I hope you are following. Now let's look at the next question. The next question here, they are trying to tell us to say figure 2 shows the stages involved when testing for the presence of a food nutrient W in crushed onion. Okay, so I have got water, crushed onion, reagent X, a dropper, and my final result is a red precipitate. So here, the thing which you search for first is the result. What result did this reagent produce? So if the reagent can produce blue-black, then the reagent has to be iodine. But in this case, the color of the result was a red precipitate. So what can give you a red precipitate is what we call Benedict's solution. So the answer there is just Benedict's solution. That's a reagent here. So it is Benedict's. Okay, Benedict's. Okay, so this is the reagent used there. So the reagent is called Benedict solution. Okay, you can even add solution there. Benedict solution. So that is the reagent. Okay, so the reagent there, the reagent X is called Benedict solution. Now why are we saying Benedict solution? It is because the color of the result was a red precipitate. So this has to be Benedict's solution. That's for for A. Then explain why the onion was crushed and shaken with warm water. Now, why was the onion crushed? So it was crushed in order to expose the cells to the reagent. And why warm water? Warm water was there to make sure that the reaction is very faster. Remember that if the water is cold, the chemical particles won't collide frequently. Okay, hope you know the rates of the chemical reaction. So in this case, we know the reason to say to expose the cells to the reagent. So that's the main reason why. So to expose the cells to the reagent. Okay, though just that I don't have enough space, but if you can write in your book, you can just say to expose the cells to the reagent. To expose the cells to the reagent. That is the main reason why onion has to be crushed. Recall, if you haven't crushed onion, of course, what you have is that cell wall, which is a barrier, okay? Until you break that barrier, you can't react. So until you remove that barrier, okay, until you break that that cell wall, that is when you'll be able to react the reagent with onion. Okay, so let us proceed. We go to our next question. Now, C is saying from the result in stage 4, which nutrient in the onion was being tested for? Now, Benedict solution is used to test for reducing sugars. Now, they are saying which nutrient. So the answer there can be reducing sugars. Okay, or you can just say sugar. But in case they want to be specific, you can just say reducing sugars. Then name the class to which the nutrient identified in C1 belongs to. So sugar is a what? It's a carbohydrate. So that is a carbohydrate. So it's a carbohydrate. That's a solution. So it is a carbohydrate, okay? Then name one other class of nutrients found in onion other than the one identified. So in onion, there are also proteins. So in onion, there are 3 nutrients in onion. There is carbohydrate is there in onion. There's also proteins. You also have vitamins. You also have fibers. So they are all in onion. If you didn't know that today, you have known that onion has got all those nutrients. It has got vitamins also, like vitamin A. So it is why when you apply onion in the eye, your eye has to produce tears. Why is it like that? Because there's the vitamin called retinol, vitamin A. Okay, it's able to cleanse your eye. Then let us go to the next question. Next question is saying, explain the importance of food nutrient W in the human body. So our W was just sugar. So in short, what do carbohydrates do to our body? So they give us energy. Okay, so they give us energy. Okay, so give energy to the body. Okay, it's what they do. So they give us energy, right? So they give us energy. Then apart from giving us energy, they also repair cells. So these can repair cells via mitotic cell divisions. Okay, So they repair cells also. So your cells can be repaired, because remember that for cells to either undergo mitosis or meiosis, there's a requirement of energy. So energy has to be there. Now this energy comes from this food nutrient called sugar, okay, or glucose. So I hope so far you are with us. Now this is the first part. Our next part is going to be available just this same week. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe. If you're on Facebook, you can follow our page at ETN'S Classical Academy. Then for tuitions, our line is 0978035540. Thank you. See you in part 2.